Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
It's a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is simple.
Who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're going
or
to mock
no,
me?
Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C?
Director,
D,
did
files.
it
Don't
sounds
wanna
like
do
you
it?
don't want to tell.
I
So you haven't
agree.
reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the Director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern
Sure.
U.S. history in
It
historic
sounds like if
speed.
you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times. Which
It's not.
means
It's not.
is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country.
The director of the FBI sat in front of Congress and admitted he had not personally reviewed the largest sex trafficking case his own agency has ever investigated. One congressman asked him one question about it, then asked it again, 9 times. The same question 9 times. And Kash Patel never answered it once. Watch what he did instead.
Director, the first time you saw Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files. Did you close the files or keep reading?
I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so I have.
You haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the Director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women of the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked, and the number of
It sounds like
pedophiles that
those
we have
children
arrested
being
is
trafficked would
record high.
appreciate the Director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears in the files, so it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not
Could the
released
number at least
anyone's
be 1,000
name
times?
we have not released anyone's
Could it
name in the
at least
Epstein
be
files
1,000
that
times?
has not been credible.
Director,
And
could it at
we have
least be 1,000
released
times?
every piece of legally permissible information.
Okay,
you can
so-
characterize the numbers however you want it.
Reclaiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times. Which
It's not.
means
It's not.
is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political
And that
innuendo
includes protecting
so you can
sexual
go out to the
assault
sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising
reclaiming my
article.
time,
And
Director.
keep going, reclaiming your time, because the
Director,
people of California
If
are being underserved by your
If the
representation.
president is not implicated, why not release everything that involves him?
We have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released. Your fixation on this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding
also
child
Mr. Massey's
pedophiles is disgusting.
interest.
Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone. And go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in
So,
FBI resources through
Director-
my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San
Reclaiming
Francisco
my time,
need it.
Director. Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in
It's
the
a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is
painstakingly
simple.
Who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're
or
going to mock me?
no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it
Don't
sounds
wanna
like
do
you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's name-
country and the number of pedophiles that are
Director,
illegally
reclaiming my
harbored in
time,
your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that. Do
Regular
you want
order,
to
Mr.
work with
Chairman.
us on that?
Director,
Time
reclaiming my
belongs to the
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or
Question
no?
has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did Donald Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it.
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released, but the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top of the list. Thank you. My children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so
the
because
question
they failed
again.
to meet the muster in
Director,
their constitutional
I will
obligation.
work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm
of
going to
folks. I
borrow
don't think
your
you can hear me.
terminology and call
I'm reclaiming
bullshit
my
on your
time.
entire career in
I'm
Congress.
reclaiming my
It
time,
has been
Director.
a disgrace to the American
Director,
people.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You can reclaim your
Will you
time all you
recuse
want.
yourself?
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak this way? Mr. Chairman, would you
You'll
give...
recuse yourself, Director.
The gentleman has no time to...
Mr. Chairman, would you
Mr.
admonish the
Chairman,
witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman,
The
just
committee will remember.
Quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts since the witness decided to interrupt him
And
continuously?
then the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure
Thank
he
you.
has time to do that.
My question
We'll
is,
continue.
will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The
No.
witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
Let's slow this down, because what just happened was not two politicians yelling at each other. It was a specific, documented evasion, and the evasion itself was the story. Swalwell's question was this: did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? That's it. One question. Yes or no? The Wall Street Journal had already reported that the DOJ told Trump his name appeared in the files. Patel himself had confirmed there were many conversations between himself and the Attorney General about the Epstein files. So the question was not whether the conversations happened. The question was what was said in them, on one specific topic, on the record, under oath. Patel answered 9 times without answering once. The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions. We have released documents with the President's name. We have been in many conversations about the totality of the files. Every answer described the existence of conversations without disclosing the content of any. Every answer confirmed the subject without touching the substance. Swalwell said he would take the evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Patel's response was to tell him to spell it out using the alphabet if he was going to mock him. A, D, C, D, E, F. Don't want to do it? And then Patel did something that became the headline but almost buried the actual exchange. When Swalwell called out what he described as Patel's shell game on the court orders, the claim that judicial orders prevented more document releases, Swalwell said directly, "The court calls bullshit on that." Patel's response, "I'm going to borrow your terminology and call bullshit on your entire career in Congress. It has been a disgrace to the American people." That line is what went viral. That line is what everyone screenshotted. And that line is exactly what Patel wanted, because the moment the exchange became about Swalwell's career, it was no longer about the 9 unanswered questions. The personal attack was not a loss of composure. It was a redirect, a calculated one. Step back to what Swalwell had established before the fireworks. Patel, the director of the FBI, personally told Congress he had not reviewed all the Epstein files himself. Not personally. He is the director of the bureau that investigated the largest sex trafficking case in its history. The buck, as Swalwell put it, stops at the top. And the top of the FBI told a congressional committee that he had not personally reviewed the files he is responsible for releasing. Patel then turned around and told the Senate the day before that there is no credible evidence Epstein trafficked victims to anyone other than himself. Thomas Massie directly challenged, noting that Epstein's victims have provided FBI interviews detailing alleged trafficking to at least 20 men across multiple cases. Patel's response: multiple U.S. attorneys across multiple administrations found the information not credible enough to prosecute. What he did not say is what that information was, who those men were, or why none of it has been released. Not reviewed all the files, not answered the question 9 times, not named the 20 men, but told the Senate the conspiracy theories aren't true. Patel called Swalwell's career a disgrace. Swalwell called it evasiveness. The committee moved on. The question was never answered. Here is what that means structurally. The FBI director told the Senate there is no credible evidence of trafficking beyond Epstein and Maxwell. He told the House he has not reviewed all the files himself. He told the committee he has had many conversations with the Attorney General about the files. He told Swalwell he has never spoken to the president about the files, and he refused 9 consecutive times to say whether the Attorney General was told the president's name appeared in them. Those 4 statements cannot all be fully true in a way that leaves no important gap. Either he reviewed enough to be confident in the Senate testimony and hasn't told us what he reviewed, or he hasn't reviewed all of it, and his Senate testimony was based on incomplete information. Or the Attorney General was told about Trump's name in the files, and Patel has a reason not to say so on the record. Or some combination of all 3. None of the options are clean. All of them raise the same question: what is in those files that required 9 non-answers to protect? Patel accused Swalwell of fixation, but the fixation is shared by Massie, by Moskowitz, by members of both parties who have asked different versions of the same question in multiple hearings across 2 days. The difference is that when Republicans ask, Patel finds a way to answer. When Democrats ask about Trump's specific name and specific proximity, the alphabet starts. He borrowed the terminology and threw it back. The question he borrowed it from is still sitting unanswered in the congressional record. 9 times asked, 0 times answered, and the man who refused to answer is the one who runs the agency that has the files.